Hi, my name is Ben. I'm going to be talking about some of the visualizations that I generated from uh, from the datasets attached to the link in this video. This work is part of the course Masters of Science in Computer Science under the unit Data Visualization. Yeah, so we go straight into it. Yeah, so first I wanted to get a feeling of an intuition of how many employees we have uh, per job role. And you can see from first glance that these three quadrants, uh, all segments, do have the majority of the employees. So we have most of the employees in the sales, executive, research assistant, and laboratory technician roles. And then the minority are the human resources. So in the HR department, we have the least number of employees, that is amounting to 52. And secondly, I wanted to try and understand the distribution, uh, the employee distribution based on age within the different roles. So we use the box plots to understand that. Yeah, and at first glance, we can see that the sales representative job role has the youngest group of people. And yeah, from this, we can see that the median age is 30. And yeah, the median age is 30. And then the second youngest is the laboratory technician and the research assistant. These ones are almost having the same profile. As you see, we have a median age of 33 for both of them. And then the oldest group is the managerial group, where the average age, the median age is 47. Yeah, so there's a lot of information we can extract from this, but maybe furthermore, we can see that we have some uh, outliers for job roles. That's the laboratory technician. And we have some unusually old people here. And also with the research scientist group, we have unusually old people, same as the sales executive and the sales representative departments. Next, I wanted to understand the salary distribution, the monthly income, again based on the job roles. Yeah, and from this we can see immediately we can see that the smallest salary earners are the sales group, where the median salary is about 2.6K. Yeah, we do have a few outliers, and both those that earn are extremely high compared to the normal distribution, and those that earn extremely low compared to the normal distribution. And maybe this could be explained by the fact that usually in sales roles, sales representatives are usually paid depending on how many sales they make. So that could be an argument for this. And then research scientists and laboratory technicians. So we saw that this was the youngest group of people. We've also seen that they earn the smallest salary. And then this was the second youngest group of people. And what we again seeing that they earn the second smallest salary, with both of them, research assistant and laboratory technician, both have a median salary of around 2.9K, with a few outliers. So their distributions are sort of taking on almost identical profiles. And this can be maybe explained by the fact that these two people work closely together and within the same environment. And usually, so for research, you might have some exceptionals, people that have a lot of experience, and they are working as research scientists. So maybe those people would generally be paid a much higher than the normal salary of research scientists. So this would probably explain that. And then lastly, about the box plots, we see that again the managers have the highest salary, where with a median of 17.5K. So there are a few exceptions, the low earners, and I think this would be interesting to investigate and understand why we have these managers that earn relatively low monthly income. So next, I wanted to understand how the monthly income relates with age in the different departments. So beginning with HR, we see that for HR, most of the channels, the employees that leave their companies are the ones that earn the least salaries or monthly income here in the HR department. Then in the research department, we again see that much as we have a few data points of people earning highly churning, like these red ones, but we again see that most of the people that churn are actually earning a relatively lower salary, or a salary that is below the median of within this department. And same applies to the sales department. We see that again, most of the channels are down here. Though there's a few exceptions, and it will be interesting to investigate. Maybe one would say it doesn't come out nicely here, but let's see the next visualization. So we go ahead and split them even further. So from department to the exact job roles in the department. So here, this information is quite useful. So this shows us that it's actually the managers that earn highly in the HR department, and these people are also much older. So these younger people that work as human resources are the ones that usually churn in this department. And then again, there's like a similar characteristics for all managers in different departments. So we have managers in research department, and then we have a manager in the managers in the sales department. So we see that generally managers earn a higher salary and they are less likely to churn. So for the few that churn, for example, here in the sales department, you see maybe here in the research directory department, job role rather, you see that this person, for example, is 58 years old. They're probably much closer to their retirement. Maybe they've made more money and they want to retire. There's an exceptional case here that needs to be investigated. The 41-year-old that's churning. And then here again we have 51-year-olds and 46-year-olds churning, but these are extremely rare. But again, it would be interesting to investigate, for example, why this person is churning. And then here in the R&D department, we have some young managers churning. So maybe this could be probably because maybe they get better opportunities since they are younger and they have a lot of experience. So they are more likely to be stolen by competitors and things like that. If the salary is not competitive, I imagine the salary is not like that high. So they're probably, so you see they are younger and their salary is not that high, but then they're working as managers. So they're probably marketable to the competitors and they're more likely to leave the organization. And then lastly, we have a visualization that sort of demonstrates the employee count for the different departments, but segmenting them into marital status in the stack bar and also the churn status. So we can see that, so this second bar here is the one that represents the churners. So we can see that for these two departments, research and sales department, most of the churners are actually single people. And then you can see that for the entire data set, most of the people are married. And then for this department, HR, you see that most of the churners are actually either married or they are either married or divorced, which is an interesting thing to take note of. So we saw that for HR, most of the churners were people that were much younger in age. So it would be, one would expect that probably the younger people are probably single, but it looks different here. It looks like the people that are churning in this department are the ones that are married and or divorced. So it would be interesting to investigate that. Yeah, so that wraps up some of the visualization that we generate from this. There's a lot more that could be done, but I had that for you today. Thanks.